This is the Environmental Protection special meeting on Tuesday, August 10th. The first item of old business is EPC 12-2021. Christina Pazione, 40 Morley Lane, proposing a pool in an upland review area. This site is shown on Assessor's Map number 63 as lot number 57.
I have edits from Jim.
You have edits from Jim. Does everybody else have any other modifications to this draft?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Okay. Now, what do we want? What's the new? Do I have to do roll call vote here?
No. Just I think Jim can make a motion. Eric, Bill or
Yep.
Michael can second, and then it's as long as there's no objection.
Okay. Okay. Then let's on 40 Morley Lane. Can you, Jim Millard, please make a motion to approve?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I'm pleased to make a motion to approve EPC 12-2021 for the application for the work to be done at 40 Morley Lane.
Great, thank you.
Michael.
Michael, you second?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then without objections, so moved. Next one is EPC 26-2021, Dominic De Matea, 72 Deepwood Road, proposing pool construction in an upland review area. The site is shown on Assessor's Map number 26 is lot number 27. Okay. Okay. Jim had some changes, as I recall.
I know this one.
Okay, we haven't. Good.
No.
Okay. There's no draft approval because we had some issues out there.
There were revised plans submitted?
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
I guess we wanted to continue here for the, this was a public hearing that was continued, correct?
Or
Just a meeting. Okay, so I guess did everybody receive the revised wetland and wetland buffer mitigation plan?
Yes, sir.
Yep, everybody, okay. And I guess they worked on your horseshoe, Jim, excuse me, Michael Irvin. They got them. Okay. One of Michael's suggestions, and it's mentioned in the minutes, is the potential moving of the spa into to take up a corner of the proposed pool.
I spoke to the engineer. He said that was the only but everything else they were happy to do. Moving terrace, pulling it back, and changing the wall and so forth. But they didn't think the pool in the spa was a back.
Hey, Rich. Rich,
Yeah.
We can't hear you. I can't hear you very well, Rich. Can you talk into the mic?
Yeah, I spoke. That was the only thing that the owners were not thrilled to do, and I thought of all the suggestions the commission made, they were all incorporated, but they did not want to put the pool or the spa in the pool, and I didn't think that would make a huge difference anyway, since they moved the terrace and pulled the pool back, pulled the wall back.
This is Michael. I have a question because I actually did an overlay of the original map that was presented to commission and the current map that we have now, and it does not appear that the pool moved. It appears that the pool is still approximately.
The terrace was moved, was changed, and the wall pulled back. Is Harry here?
Yeah, Harry's on.
Harry, can you?
Yes, I'm here, Rich.
You should be addressing.
Yeah. Harry Rochelle, McCord Engineering. So as Rich stated, the pool didn't change. I discussed the locating the spot in the pool with the homeowners as requested. They weren't thrilled to do that, as Rich stated, because they plan to use the spa year round. So the spa has to stay separate from the pool. But to make up for that suggestion, we flipped the 14-foot patio to the opposite side of the pool So it is, outside of the upland review area now. If you can all see my screen here. Previously, this patio was shown over here. So we moved it to the other side. Now it's completely outside of the upland review area. We also took the horseshoe wall into account to create much more separation from the wetlands line than the previous plan as shown here. So previous plan is now here. So this patio is now over here. The wall has been pulled back about 10 to 12 feet to the horseshoe pattern here, creating much more room from the wetlands line. We did get a chance to stake in the field. I'm not sure if any of the commission members were able to get out there and see, but we had stake flags 9, 10, and 11, the end, center, and end of the wall, and all 4 corners of the pool, as was also requested at the last meeting. And I'd be happy to answer any other questions, but those were ultimately the changes that were made to the revised plan.
Michael?
A question for Harry is, what is the compass designation for looking at the map view that you're showing for the top left corner of the pool? What is that?
North, can you see it now? North is to the right side of the page.
So that's
Yeah.
the southeast corner, correct? Do we agree?
Northeast.
This would be this one here. This would be the southwest, southeast.
The top left corner of the pool would be the south. That's, yes. What is that compass
Southwest.
designation?
Yes.
Southwest, right.
Southwest, Michael.
Right.
Southwest. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the distance from the southwest corner, approximately at a diagonal, to the upland review line? Or the wetland line that you have demarcated there?
Approximately, I believe it's approximately 25 feet, but if you give me a second to grab a scale, I could certainly give you an exact number. It's about 23 feet.
Okay. And what was it what was the distance from the original submission of the application?
Well, the pool didn't
Same
move,
distance?
so it was the same.
Okay.
For the corner of the pool, the patio is what moved. This patio here. It was all entirely within the upland review area, now is completely outside of it.
I thought the commission, I guess this is my question to my commission members, that there was a concern of the commission to move the pool farther away from the review area, out of the wetlands. And the pool has not changed its location.
Michael, if
Michael,
I can respond as one of those commission members that you are asking of, I don't recall that being the conversation that the pool itself had to, or we were seeking it to be farther away from the wetlands. I was,
thought the
say again, Rich?
No, I thought it was the disturbance, not necessarily whether it was pool or my recollection.
I was out there today. This may not address or answer Michael's question, so forgive me, but I was out there today and I did stop and introduce myself to the homeowner, and she was perfectly fine with me walking back there and stepping off distances to wetlands. And I would agree with Mr. Rocheville that it was 24 to 25 feet from the stakes demarcating the wetlands out to that corner. I actually took some comfort with what I thought was at first, in our earlier discussions, a steeper grade and retaining walls, that this was a mildly sloping rear yard as I saw it. I do think that portions of that lawn immediately adjacent to the wetlands may be lawn that are in fact wetlands, but they're being treated as lawn. I may not be right about that. It's just an observation. I came away thinking that the slopes involved, the drainage coming off the property into the wetlands, the expansion of the detention system, and the work that the homeowner and Mr. Rochefeld have done to address our earlier concerns was attractive, was good in my mind. I did have one question if I'd like Mr. Rochefeld to answer. It says that inside the proposed pool elevation designation, that's 105.5. Is that the top of the pool or the
That's
bottom?
the coping. That's the outside coping of the
Top
pool.
and the top of it.
Yes, yes.
So it's about 1.5 feet higher than today's ground.
That's correct, because it matches the grade of the existing patio. Because the patio will continue across.
I expected that to be your answer. So I have no further questions, Mr. Chairman. I'm good with what we're seeing right now.
Okay. Michael?
I have nothing to add.
Okay. Bill?
Yeah, I was out there last week after it had been staked, and I appreciate them doing both the wetlands and the pool so we could easily understand what was going on. And I'm okay now, because I was one that was a little concerned about how close everything was to the wetlands brought up. But by flipping the patio to the other side, I'm better off with that now. So that's comments I have. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with that. Hey, Harry, just a stupid thing, but I'd like to get it for the record. Okay, on your sheet here, you spell Alexandra's name incorrectly, her last name. So I don't know, down here, it's in the notes. So it's spelled, you spell it M-U-C-H, it's M-O-C-H. So
Yeah, sorry about that. I see that.
yeah, one copy for Rich. I just want Rich's copy to be, to represent it accurately.
No problem.
I think
Thanks.
I'd be okay when you're ready for construction too. I mean, if there are other changes.
Sure. No, let's, all I do is at some point, I want you to have it, Rich. Just, you two can agree as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Okay, so Harry, you talk to Rich and figure out when's the best time to do that.
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay, so what do we want to do on Deepwood? Do
Well,
we,
carry it to September.
you carry it to September now?
I can write it up. I can still write it up.
Yeah, okay, so we'll carry it to September for, okay,
Decision,
for
for
this,
decision.
for decision.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, now moving on to the next piece of old business, EPC 27-2021. L. Francis Huck and Natalie Ann Murphy, 90 Inwood Road, proposing pond dredging and wetland enhancements. The site is shown on assessor's map number 3 is lot number 15.
I also have Jim's edits.
You have Jim's edits, they're good. Anybody else have anything there to take, to? Let me see. Yeah, I didn't have anything. Anybody else have any questions or edits on this item? No?
Nothing further, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, then,
I drafted.
okay, well, you have a draft, so we should approve the draft.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Okay, so we should approve the draft. So, Jim, can you make a motion to approve the draft with your changes?
Yes, I make a motion to approve the approval for EPC 27-2021 for work to take place at 90 Inwood Road.
Okay, Michael, can I have a second, please?
I second.
Okay, without objection, So moved. With someone, okay, new business, agent approvals. No action necessary unless the commission receives an appeal of the approval within 15 days of the publication date per section 12.2 of the Inland Wetlands and Watercourse Regulations. First one is EPC 28, 2021, Woodway Country Club at 540 Hoyt Street, proposing minor grading related to the storm water system construction. Site is shown on assessor's map number 3 as lot number 137. Rich?
Again, it's not the system itself, it's some of the grading, in order to just raise the elevation. It's in a water, you know, adjacent to their, one of their clubhouse,
Yeah.
like a pool house, clubhouse. So this is, yeah, it's associated with expanding a use of, but all of that is outside your upland review area.
Yep, no, I agree. This is just a little corner that they're doing that, so. Right. Did anybody else have any questions or comments for Rich?
Rich, that little piece, I know it's very small. I went down there, I couldn't quite figure it out. But that was above the area that got flooded during that six-inch rain?
I can't say for certain. It's not filling in the floodplain, if that's the question. But
Okay.
I don't think it could possibly have gotten that high, but that's.
Okay, that's fine.
Because it's not within the 100-year flood, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so, okay, no issue there. Okay, then the next one is EPC 29, 2021, Louis G. Veer, 688 Boston Post Road, proposing fence installation within an upland review area. The site is shown on an assessor's map number 16, that's lot number 99. Rich?
Again, the fence is for the most part in the pavement.
Mhm.
Portion of it's in, you know, an area that's, you know, a grassy area, but it's because it's within 100 feet of the Good Wives River, it's not within the floodplain.
So, anybody have questions or comments for Rich?
No.
No? Okay. Next item. So I see the applicant is on the video. For your edification, the four of us who are on the commission have no issue with this. It's been approved by Rich. Essentially, what happens now is we publish this. Someone in the public, you know, should they wish, can appeal this approval, in which case it would come back to this commission, et cetera. I can't say I can't remember one of those. Do you?
No.
No. So, I mean, it's 15 days and, you know, you'll get your letter from Rich to go ahead and do what you need to do.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for
You
attending.
do need to move.
Oh, to what? That, no,
Make a
that's,
motion.
that's not, no, I don't have to prove it's an agent.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd moved on. Okay.
Okay, that's an agent.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so-
thought you'd moved on.
Yeah, so your approval is good. You only take our questions and comments.
Right.
Okay. Next piece of business is other business, EPC 50-2027, PL Partnership. Wow, 2027. That's even before me. 3 Purdy Lane, requesting time extension. Man.
I think the applicant sent up the whole, well, an explanation in the letter and then the whole action by the legislature. You know, originally, back during in the 2007 era, the governor, it was a real estate collapse. The legislature back then extended all permits.
Yes.
And this one is, you know, was extended by that and valid until December of this year. And by virtue of COVID, they've allowed you to extend them up to a total of 19 years. I'm suggesting you give them a year at a time.
Oh, fine. I mean, 2007, you know, I'm sorry, but that's a long time. None of our members,
It's unlikely this project will go to P&Z as it was denied by P&Z for different reasons.
oh,
You know, not related to EPC issues, but if the project comes back, you'll see it as an application
Fine.
I think they're just trying to.
Eric,
preserve-
I have a question of Rich, if I may interrupt. And
Yeah.
it really sits within your good notes to help all of us understand the background of what's being requested here. And you point out in your notes that this development was denied by planning and zoning and is
Correct.
unlikely to come back in the same manner. It is much more likely that they will need to start from the beginning with a new wetland permit application, and yet you go on to recommend an extension. What came through in my mind was, doesn't that recommendation put us in contradiction of what planning and zoning's decisions were
No,
whenever?
no, their decision stands on its own. The requests for extension by statute says you shall grant an extension. You shall
Yeah.
grant it unless there's some overriding reason. I only said that it, was denied by, I only said it'll come back because I'm fairly certain that were they to come back with the same project, I don't think they'd have any more success on it this time, second time around with
No.
P&Z. So it
No,
was more for informational. The two approvals or denials are separate. And they're entitled to preserve their approval as long as the statute allows.
It helps clarify it for me, Rich. Thank you.
okay, so I'll give them a year, Rich?
Yeah, that's what I would. and they can
Do we
always-
need a vote on that?
Yes.
Okay. Gentlemen, Jim, would you please propose that we extend this for 1 year?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I move that we grant the request of an extension for time for 1 year for application EPC 50-2007 regarding 3 Purdy Lane.
Right. Michael, may I have a second?
I second.
Good. Without objection, time extension is 1 year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Okay, then, I have next item of business is the minutes for July 7th, 2021.
I have Jim's edits.
Okay, you have Jim's edits, of course. And then, page 2 here,
Oh, yeah.
the Alexander mark. Yeah, the Alexander.
You want me to use Alexander? Yep.
Full name, you don't use Alex, because even she doesn't go by,
Right.
she may go by Alec, but not Alex.
Right.
So, ALKS. So disappointed Jim didn't catch that one.
And she does go by Alex, but I understand it to be Alexandra, which makes it more formal.
Yes. Yeah, these are the minutes, so this actually remains. So we can, okay. So we need a motion to approve the minutes. Mr. Millard?
I move that we approve the minutes of the July 7th, 2021 meeting of the Environmental Protection Commission with all edits recorded.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Irvin. A second, please.
I second.
Great. So approved without objection. Thank you very much. Okay, now, before we adjourn, I have an extra piece here that I have, that's not on the agenda, which was the approval for,
I think you-
we voted on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which?
56 Gardner?
Well, that's,
All right,
I'm
well,
losing it, I guess.
all right.
You can vote-
Listen,
you can vote to approve.
no, no, the question is, I don't want,
If it was left off, it should have been on.
it was left on because it was sent out via Jim's thing. So I just want to make sure that,
Okay, yeah.
no, if we voted on it, I think you have to do some minor homework here to figure it out. And if we did approve it, it's approved. If it's not, then just rip it up and
Mhm.
we'll do it again.
Rich, thank you, Eric, for reminding us. I think there were some minor edits that I may have sent to you on the CA.
Well,
for
that's been
Gardner
from up,
Street.
remember, we may have approved it and then Jim sent the edits.
Yeah.
because he was flying back to do it on the airplane. Yep.
I'm happy to double check my email back to you, but I believe I sent that. I believe I sent it
Yes.
to you.
As a result,
With a minute.
after that.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. And by the way, we do miss your granddaughter's comments.
I do too.
So anyway, but before I end this meeting, I'd like to take a minute of everyone's time here. Everybody, this is Rich's last meeting. Rich is retiring as of the 31st of this month. Rich has been here for what, 15, 16 years, something years? 15 and a half years. He's done a great job for us. And I want to acknowledge his efforts and his time and staying late when our meetings were late into the evening and having to put up with all of us because Rich knows all of us as rookies. And when we came in this place and helped us mature to be, the great commission that we are. And so anyway, Rich, personally, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all.
And, so,
Pleasure.
and then I don't know, I've been in talks with Jeremy for Rich's replacement. And Jeremy said not to worry because his plan A is to have somebody, his plan B is it'll be him. And he'll be the Rich Jacobson for the meetings, et cetera, et cetera. And so I was, hey, I enjoy Jeremy's interventions very much because he's very insightful because he understands what's going on in planning and zoning. And I'd be pretty happy about that. So, but we'll see because we obviously do need somebody to replace Rich's big shoes. And all I can do is wish Rich well in whatever he chooses to do, and I hope he chooses to do something. I know that he and his wife is retiring at the same at the same moment. So talk about a change in the Jacobson household. Wow. Okay. So anyway, thank you very much, Rich. I guess
Not to preempt Michael Irvin, Eric, but I'd like to second that motion.
So anyway, Rich, I think the appreciation from all of us and certainly from a lot of the prior members of EPC have we, as we'll be going to lunch. So anyway, thank you from a very personal context of having to deal with me as a new member. And a pain in the ass, as I recall. So because I actually would vote no, and I made Michael Irvin look calm. Okay, so I would actually go out and there was, I forget one case, there was a case where I actually voted no, and the chairman and vice chairman voted yes, and I was able to persuade 3 other members plus me to get majority. So it's one of the few cases where the chair and vice chair were in the minority. So that's what Rich had to put up with me. So anyway, I thank you, Rich, for all of the education that you've given me. Anyway, Jim, do you want to make a motion to adjourn?
Yes, sir. It's time, I guess, having completed our business, to make a motion to adjourn this special meeting of the Environmental Protection Commission of today's date, August 10, 2021.
Thank you, Michael. You want a second, please?
And I second. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Without objection, so moved. Next meeting is the 1st of September, and it'll be Richless. Sorry, that was a joke.